inflammatory properties. Does that help, Steve?
Yes, that's
I'll tell you
good information.
One last thing. Let me tell you, selenium and vitamin E work together. So when you're taking your selenium, that's a good time to take your vitamin E, or vice versa. Selenium, the ultimate selenium from Longevity, works with vitamin E. They go hand in hand. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, no, we were also reminded, the gentleman with the skin cancer, we were reminded about which you've taught us about, of course, avoiding sugar and the deep breathing.
Yeah, that's also always important. It doesn't sound like it would be important because, we're so used to, you take this medicine for this problem, but it's really the general systemic strategies that are going to give you the best bang for your buck in terms of health benefits. General strategies, relaxation, nutritional supplementation, making sure you're staying away from crappy food, processed food, and sugars and processed fats, etc., correcting digestive problems. These are general strategies that will help you with your heart. They'll help you prevent cancer. They'll help you keep wrinkles at bay, and hyperpigmentation strategies. These are all general strategies that are really the cause. Lack of applying these general strategies is really what's behind our health crises. Not lack of statin drugs. We don't have heart disease in this country because we don't have enough statin drugs. We got it because we're not applying these general, logical, God-given strategies, these basic ways of taking care of our health, like sitting on our couch and deep breathing, or eating more protein and staying away from sugar. Thanks for pointing that out, Steve. Anything else? Anything else I can help you with?
That's great. We sure appreciate it.
God bless, Steve. God bless you, my friend. Say hi to Rose. We'll talk to you again. Okay. Todd in Portland, what's up? Welcome to the bright side, buddy.
Hi, Ben. It's great to talk to you. I listen to most of your shows through YouTube. I just want you to know that, so keep posting it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's my friend Kevin in the Soviet Union, or actually Russia, not the Soviet Union. Russia who's putting those. Thank you, Kevin. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Todd.
Oh, it's fine. At the age of 46, I actually had bypass surgery. I'm 52 years old now.
Wow.
I completely changed my life into working out, very much into healthy eating and all that stuff. And your show has actually been so informative to me. My question to you is that obviously with bypass surgery, I've had damage done to my endothelial cells in the walls. Okay. In your opinion, I read a lot of books, Dr. Ignargo's book. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I'm a little nervous.
What's his name? What's the doctor's name?
Ignargo. He's the one of the Nobel Prize winners for nitric oxide.
Okay.
His findings on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, he claims you can repair the damage that was done to the endothelial cells.
There's no claim. That's just how it works. The endothelial cells. Go ahead.
I want to hear your opinion on that because I'm excited about that, actually.
Oh, heck yes. Endothelial cells, for the listeners, are the cells that line the inside of the blood vessel. Endo meaning inside, and the thelia, or thelial cells, are cells that lay on top of things. Epithelial or endothelial are cells that lay on top of stuff. Endothelial cells lay on top of the lining of the blood vessel. And, of course, they absolutely repair themselves. They're one of the fastest repairing cells in the body, actually. And when you think about it, it makes sense because they're constantly being damaged. They have to repair themselves. So yes, indeed, they do repair themselves, and you want to make absolutely sure if you have a history of heart disease or heart damage or if you've had bypass, repairing endothelial cells is a major strategy. But you don't have to worry about repairing endothelial cells. It's not like you take special endothelial cell medicine. There's only 4 basic types of tissue in the body. Epi and endothelial tissue is one of those. And general health strategies are going to build those cells up. And you don't have to do anything special, Todd. You don't need a special drug. You don't need a special strategy. Although the nitric oxide stuff that we've been talking about, that can definitely help you. I'm sure you've been paying attention to that. Everybody
talk about that stuff. It's
I don't know why. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. For some reason, people aren't hip to that yet. But using all the nitrates, have you explored nitrate juices, veggie juices, celery juice, and beet juice, and that kind of stuff?
Oh boy, I got my NutriBullet, and I do 3 a day.
Oh, that's awesome. Have you tried celery juice? Is that what you're doing? Or what kind of juice?
Actually, a lot of beet juice, and then blueberries and stuff like that.
Well, easy on the sugar. Easy on the sugar. The beets are a source of sugar. They've got lots of good stuff in there, though, so you still want them. Same with blueberries. Easy on the sugar. But celery and cucumber, I don't know the NutriBullet. I assume you keep the fiber in the NutriBullet. Is that right? You don't lose the fiber. Okay, good. Because that fiber, we're going to talk about that fiber that you get in celery tomorrow as a source of these fatty acids. But you want to make sure you're using your fiber for when you're making your nitrate drinks. And then are you putting salt and spices in your drink too?
I do a little bit of sea salt, and I actually add some whey protein once in a while to some of my post-workout ones. And then also,
nice.
Because of listening to your show, I add some coconut oil to it. And that was the one last question I want to ask you, too, because you're a fan of the Dr. Wallach, but he doesn't seem to have the same thoughts on
Yeah, we've gone over that. I don't agree. You know, I love Dr. Wallach, and I've been following his stuff for many years, and I consider him one of my nutrition mentors and a good friend as well. But I don't always agree with everything he says. We don't always agree, and it's not like there's a Bible where you go to and you read and it tells you coconut oil is good or coconut oil is bad. What nutritionists do and scientists do is we take all of the literature, all of the evidence, and then we see how it works in our personal life. And if we're lucky enough to have patients and work clinically, we see how it works in our patients' lives, and then we make our own decision. Doc Wallach has made a decision, and I can't argue with him that, you know, coconut oil is something to stay away from. I disagree with that. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, and Todd, you got to form your own opinion, and listeners, you all got to form your own opinions. I don't want anybody just listening to me. That's a pharmacist's worst nightmare, is somebody who comes in and gets their drugs and doesn't look at the bottle and doesn't ask questions. You always want to do your own research, do your own literature searches, test things in your body. And so for me, coconut oil, there's too many valuable things in coconut oil to dismiss it as a source of nutrition. Don't, make sure it's fresh and don't cook it too much, but it's a wonderful source of nutrition. And as far as those nitrate drinks go, for the endothelial cells and for upregulating nitric oxide, I am telling you, and Todd, you can verify this for me, you will not believe how, number one, tasty and delicious celery and cucumber and salt and spices in a Vitamix or NutriBullet can be. But not only is it tasty, I mean unbelievably tasty, but it's so filling and so satisfying. And not only that, but when you drink a celery and cucumber juice with spices and salt, not only is it going to be tasty, not only is it going to be filling, and not only is it going to be really good for you, but there's something that the celery and the vegetables do that keep you from wanting to eat crappy food after that. You know what I'm saying, Todd? After you don't feel like eating crap after that. There's just something
I have no cravings anymore for junk. I eat protein when I crave sugars.
Yes. That's one of the neat things about these veggie juices and really nutritional supplementation in general. And thanks for your call, Todd. Appreciate it. But in any case, the celery and the cucumber juice, you try to eat some Sara Lee Twinkies or whatever processed dessert you want to eat after you have a celery or cucumber juice with salt and spice. I'm telling you, it's going to be near impossible to do. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening, friends. Tomorrow we'll continue talking fats and a little bit about nitrates as well. I'll tell you about a really interesting fat that's probably in your medicine cabinet if you're like a lot of folks, and you probably don't even know it's a fat, but it's really, really good for you. We'll do all that tomorrow on The Bright Side. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.